Have you ever wondered how to make homemade jams? It's a question that sparks curiosity and a yearning for that sweet, tangy delight made from the comfort of your own kitchen. Today we're going to delve into the world of homemade jams, a world where the tantalizing aromas of simmering fruits meld into a luscious, spreadable treat. We'll explore a variety of jams, each with their own unique flavor profiles and textures. We'll start with a classic mixed fruit jam, full of assorted flavors that dance on your palate. Then, we'll dive into the fruity sweetness of strawberry jam, followed by the slightly tart yet sweet nuances of plums jam. Next, we'll embark on a tropical journey with pineapple jam, before rounding off with the comforting familiarity of apples jam. Each of these homemade jams has a charm of its own and will guide you through the process of making them. So, stay tuned to learn how to create these delicious homemade jams. Before we start making our jams, we need to prepare our fruits. The first step in making any jam is to ensure our fruits are clean and ready for use. We start by washing our fruits thoroughly under running water. This not only cleans the surface of any dirt or residue, but also helps to remove any wax coating that might be present. Remember, it's crucial to use clean fruits as they are the star of our jam show. After washing, it's time to peel the fruits. For fruits like apples and pears, a simple fruit peeler does the trick. For fruits with thicker skins like pineapples, a sharp knife is your best friend. Be careful not to remove too much of the flesh while peeling. The idea is to get rid of the skin, not the fruit underneath it. Now, when it comes to berries like strawberries, they do not require peeling. Simply hull them by removing the green leafy part and any white flesh attached to it. For plums, it's about removing the pit. Cut the plum in half, twist it open, and gently remove the pit with a knife or your fingers. Once our fruits are peeled, it's time to cut them. We want to chop our fruits into small pieces, but not too small. We're aiming for a chunky texture that will give our jam some body. Remember, the smaller the pieces, the smoother your jam will be. So if you prefer a chunkier jam, leave your pieces a bit larger. It's worth emphasizing that for the best flavor, using fresh and ripe fruits is the way to go. Ripe fruits not only have a naturally sweet taste, but also contain pectin, a natural thickening agent that's essential in jam making. So always choose fruits that are at their peak ripeness. With our fruits ready, we can now move on to the actual jam making process. First off, we are making a delightful mixed fruit jam. Start by gathering a variety of your favorite fruits like apples, strawberries, and peaches. You'll need roughly 2 pounds in total. Dice them into small pieces and toss them in a pot. Add the zest and juice of 1 lemon to the mix, an essential ingredient to draw out the natural pectin and brighten the flavors. Now sprinkle in about 1.5 cups of sugar or adjust to your taste. You're aiming for the perfect balance of sweet and tart. Set your stove to medium heat and let the mix simmer, stirring occasionally to prevent burning. It's a slow dance of heat and time, usually taking about 30 minutes until the fruits break down and the jam thickens. Finally, transfer your jam into sterilized jars, leaving a 1/4-inch headspace. Seal them tight for long-term storage. And voila! Our mixed fruit jam is ready. Next, we will make a sweet and tangy strawberry jam. Now we will delve into the process of making strawberry jam. Begin with the freshest strawberries you can find. You'll need around 2 pounds. After washing and hulling them, cut into halves or quarters depending on their size. Now take a heavy bottom pan, add the strawberries and a cup of sugar. Stir until the sugar dissolves. Next, squeeze in the juice of half a lemon. This will not only add a tangy twist to your jam, but also act as a natural preservative. Let the mixture simmer on medium heat for about 45 minutes to an hour, stirring occasionally until it reaches a jam-like consistency. Once done, remove from heat and let it cool. If you plan to store it, pour the jam into sterilized jars while it's still warm. Seal the jars tightly and store them in a cool, dark place. Your strawberry jam is now ready to be savored. Up next, we have the recipe for a unique plums jam. It's time to make our plums jam. First, gather around 2 pounds of ripe plums. Wash them thoroughly and remove the pits. Next, you'll need about 1.5 cups of sugar, the juice of 1 lemon, and a pinch of salt. Combine all these ingredients in a large pot and bring it to a boil. Keep stirring it occasionally to prevent the jam from sticking to the bottom of the pot. After about 40 minutes, your jam should have thickened. To check for the right consistency, place a spoonful of jam on a chilled plate and let it cool for a minute. If it wrinkles when you push it with your finger, it's done. Transfer the hot jam into sterilized jars immediately and seal them tightly. Remember, proper storage is key to preserving the freshness and flavor of your jam. Store it in a cool, dark place and refrigerate after opening. Enjoy your homemade plums jam. Pineapple jam is up next. Let's move on to our pineapple jam. We all love the tropical sweetness of pineapple, don't we? And the good news is, you can easily capture that in a jar. To make pineapple jam, you'll need 1 ripe pineapple, sugar, and a splash of lemon juice. Start by peeling and chopping the pineapple into small pieces. Next, take a large saucepan and add in your pineapple pieces. Pour enough sugar to cover the pineapple and add your splash of lemon juice. The lemon juice not only enhances the flavor but also acts as a natural preservative. Now, let's get cooking. Cook this mixture on medium heat, stirring occasionally until it thickens to a jam-like consistency. It usually takes about an hour. Once it's done, let it cool. After it has cooled, you can transfer it to sterilized jars, seal tightly, and store it in a cool, dark place. Your homemade pineapple jam is now ready to be enjoyed. Now, let's turn our attention to apple jam. Apples are widely available and make a fantastic jam. For this, you'll need about 5 medium apples, sugar, and cinnamon for a spicy twist. Peel, core, and chop your apples into small pieces. Just like we did with the pineapple, put your apples into a saucepan, cover with sugar, and add a sprinkle of cinnamon. Cook this mixture on medium heat until it thickens. This usually takes about 45 minutes to an hour. Remember to stir occasionally to prevent sticking and burning. Once the jam is thickened, allow it to cool before transferring it to sterilized jars. Seal them tightly and store in a cool, dark place. Both of these jams are simple to make and taste absolutely divine. And the best part? They're made from natural, fresh ingredients with no additives or preservatives. With that, we have our pineapple and apple jams ready. Enjoy these delightful spreads on toast, pancakes, or even as a sweet addition to savory dishes. The possibilities are endless. We've now covered how to make 5 different types of homemade jams. That's quite an achievement, isn't it? We've stirred our way through the vibrant world of mixed fruit jam, a delightful concoction of various fruits, each lending their unique flavors. Then we moved on to the classic strawberry jam, a favorite of many, its sweet, tangy taste a perfect partner for morning toasts. Next, we delved into the slightly tart but deliciously sweet world of plum jam. The deep, rich color itself is enough to make one's mouth water. Following this, we explored the tropical goodness of pineapple jam, its bright, zesty flavor bringing a touch of summer to our kitchens. And finally, we tackled apple jam, a simple yet satisfying spread that's a hit with kids and adults alike. Now let's talk about storage. These homemade jams can be kept in clean, dry, and airtight jars. Remember to always use a clean spoon to take out the jam to prevent any form of contamination. Stored correctly, these jams can last for up to 6 months in your refrigerator. Serving these jams is the fun part. You can spread them on toast, swirl them into your breakfast oatmeal, or even use them as a filling for pastries. The possibilities are endless and entirely up to your culinary creativity. What's more, these homemade jams make for perfect gifts. Imagine the delight of your friends and family when they receive a jar of jam made with love and care. In conclusion, making homemade jams is not only cost-effective, but also a fun and rewarding process. The taste, the texture, and the sheer joy of creating something from scratch, it's all worth it. So, why not give it a try? Gather your favorite fruits, roll up your sleeves, and get jamming. You never know, you might just discover a new favorite hobby. Thank you for joining us today. Remember, homemade is always better. Happy jam making!